Welcome to the storyteller. What if you saw a door in a wall, a green door glowing, and behind it was the most beautiful place you'd ever known? Would you walk through it, or would you walk away? This is the story of the man who saw that door and never forgot it. This is The Door in the Wall by H.G. Wells, a story of wonder and what we leave behind. Let us start. He was 5. His name was Lionel Wallace. He was curious. He liked lanes. He liked wandering. One day, he walked away from home. He was alone. He was not lost. He just wanted to explore. He came to an alley. It was strange. He paused. A white wall stood tall. On it, a small green door. The door called him. It glowed softly, like a promise, a whisper. He felt drawn. He touched the handle. It was cool. It opened with a creak. Lights flickered inside. He stepped through. He came into a garden. Quiet, serene, soft grass underfoot. Colors were alive. Greens, pinks, blues, every flower glowing. Butterflies flitted. They danced around. A gentle breeze, a soft song. He saw people, kind faces, smiling. No hurry, no fear. He felt safe. He smiled wide, a child's heart soaring. He heard a voice, a woman's voice, soft, warm. She spoke stories. She shared pictures. He listened. He walked further. He noticed a panther, a big cat. It moved slowly, graceful steps. It looked at him. He looked back. His heart raced, but the beast did not growl. It lowered its head. It nuzzled him, soft, gentle, comforting. He patted its fur. It purred, a low, rumbling sound. He laughed aloud. This place, it was home. He belonged here. He felt love. Time passed strangely. He lost track. No clock, no sunlight. Then he heard sounds, shouts, footsteps, urgent voices. He ran. The woman said, "Come back soon." But voices grew louder. He saw the door, green framed in white, light leaking through. He cried out, but he couldn't stay. He stepped out. The door closed. Soft click. He was back, on a busy street. Loud carriages, rushing people. He felt empty. He looked around. No garden, no flowers, no panther. His heart pounded. He tried to speak. "My garden," he whispered. People ignored him. They walked on. They didn't see magic. He ran home. His father waited angry. "What have you done?" he asked. He searched his mind, trembling. He saw the door. He saw the garden. He said the words. "I went in. I saw it. It was there." His father shook his head. "Stop lying. Tell truth." But Lionel believed, with his whole heart. After that, Lionel Wallace grew old. Yet the memory stayed, bright as day. Years passed. Lionel Wallace grew tall. Sharp mind, fast thinker. People noticed him. He worked hard. He rose quickly. Soon he was respected. A politician, a future leader. But he never forgot. That garden, that green door. At night, he dreamed. Petals, soft voices, warm air. He woke cold, alone. One evening, he walked alone. City lights flickered. His thoughts were heavy. Then he saw it. The wall, the green door, just as before. His breath caught. His heart pounded. Could it be? After all these years? He stepped closer. His hand rose. It touched the knob, but he paused. He was late. A meeting waited. Important men, important things. He looked back. He looked forward. Duty or dream? Career or memory? He chose duty. He stepped away. The door faded. When he looked again, it was gone. That night, he couldn't sleep. What if I had entered? He whispered. He stared at the ceiling. His heart ached. He tried to forget. He told himself, "It's just a memory, just childhood dreams." But deep down, he knew it was real. Years later, he saw it again. He was in a carriage. It rained softly. The city shimmered. Then, out the window, the door, his pulse quickened. He shouted, "Stop!" The carriage halted. He stepped out. He ran. But it was just a garden gate. Ordinary. Paint peeling. No magic. He sighed. Still, he kept hoping. One evening, he sat with a friend, a close one, someone he trusted. He spoke quietly. "I've seen a door, a green door, since I was 5. The friend listened, at first in silence. Then he asked, "Are you sure?" Wallace nodded. "Yes, it's real. I've seen it more than once." The friend said, "Perhaps it was imagination?" Wallace smiled sadly. "I wish it was, but I still dream of it." And so Wallace lived between two worlds, one real, one remembered, one full of light, the other full of duty. The years passed. Lionel Wallace grew older. He gained power. He gained fame. But he lost something, too. The garden, the peace, the door. He was now a great man. People admired him. They listened when he spoke. He sat in Parliament. He passed laws. He shaped the world. But at night, he felt tired, empty, worn down. His heart was never whole. One day, a gray afternoon, he was walking home, thinking, alone. Then he stopped. His breath caught. There it was. Again, the white wall, the green door. Soft light glowed around it. It looked just the same. Perfect, untouched by time. He stepped closer. He reached out his hand. Then came a thought. He had a vote that evening. An important one. People depended on him. He could not miss it. He froze. He stared at the door. It was right there, closer than ever. But again, he turned away. "I'll come back," he whispered, but the door was already gone. That night, he sat alone. Did I imagine it? Was it really there? Am I losing my mind? He drank tea. He stared at the fire. His thoughts were tangled. No one else saw the door. No one else believed the garden. Was it all just a dream? He thought often, who might I have been if I had walked through? Would I be happier? Would I be freer? Would I be complete? He saw his reflection. Tired eyes, tired soul. He missed the garden. He missed the boy he was. At night, he dreamed of it again. The garden, the woman with the soft voice, the panther curled beside him. "Come back," they said. "We're waiting." But he always woke up, alone, back in London, back in the world of men and noise. He began to search. More often now, walking strange alleys, studying old maps, asking odd questions. People whispered, "Wallace is acting strange." But he didn't care. He needed to find it. One more time. He had to find the door. The call grew louder. It echoed in his bones. He could not ignore it. He began to wonder, if I see it again, will I finally enter? And what will I find? On the other side? He has seen the door many times. But each time, he turned away. Now it may be too late. One evening, Wallace spoke to his friend again. "I must tell you something," he said. His voice was low. His eyes looked far away. "I saw it again." He whispered, "The door." The friend leaned forward. "Did you go in?" Wallace shook his head. "No, I couldn't. Not then." A long pause. Then Wallace added, "But next time, I will." Wallace, still at work. He gave speeches. He met with leaders. He made decisions. But inside, he was fading. He smiled less. He spoke softly. He often looked out windows, as if searching for something, just out of reach. The world praised him, but praise felt empty. He didn't want power. He didn't want success. He wanted peace. He wanted the garden. It was November. Cold wind blew through the city. Fog covered the streets. Wallace walked alone. No coat, no umbrella, only his thoughts. The streets were silent. Lamps flickered. Time felt slow. Then he saw it, the white wall, the green door, still, bright, waiting. Wallace stepped closer. No hesitation. No fear. His hand touched the door. It felt warm. He smiled. Tears filled his eyes. He whispered, "At last." Then he turned the knob. The door opened. He stepped through and vanished. The next morning, workers found him, his body, in a deep construction pit, a place near where he claimed to have seen the door. No one knew how he got there. There were no signs, no struggle, just silence. He had fallen and died. The newspaper said, accident, tragic, mystery. Some said he was overworked. Others said he lost his mind. But his friend, the one who listened, he wasn't sure. He remembered Wallace's words. The door, the garden, the dreams. He remembered Wallace's face. The night he last spoke. Peaceful, hopeful, like someone who was going home. Was the garden real? Was it magic? Was it memory? Or madness? No one knows. Only Wallace. And he never came back. The door in the wall. It calls to all of us. A place of peace. A place of wonder. A place we remember. Lionel Wallace lived 2 lives. One in the world, full of meetings, speeches, votes, crowded rooms, fast-moving trains, tired faces. The other was inside his heart, quiet, full of flowers, warm winds, the gentle laughter of a child. He did his duty. He worked hard. But every day he felt a pull, a whisper, a memory, a calling from beyond the wall. He smiled for cameras, but he dreamed of green grass. He shook hands with kings, but he missed a panther's purr. Was Wallace unhappy? Not exactly. He was proud. He made real change. He was respected, but he had one great regret. He never chose wonder. He never chose himself. Every time he saw the door, he turned away. For school, for meetings, for votes, for duty, and slowly, the magic slipped away. What does success cost? Wallace gave up the garden to climb the ladder, and he climbed high, but up there, the air was cold, and the view was lonely. No flowers, no songs, just more ladders. He told himself it was worth it, but his heart whispered, "You left something behind." In his last days, Wallace changed. He walked slower. He stared more. He talked less. People said, "He's tired. He's getting old." But he wasn't just tired. He was listening. Listening for the sound of the door, the creak of the hinge, the voice of the garden. And one night, it finally came. The door was always green. Why green? Green is the color of life, of peace, of nature. It's not gold. It's not red. It's not a color of power or danger. It's soft, welcoming, a promise, a whisper from another world. To Wallace, the green door wasn't just a door. It was a feeling. It was hope, memory, longing, because we all have a garden inside us, a place of safety, a place where we are loved, where we are free. To Wallace, that garden was more than grass and flowers. It was joy. It was belonging. It was the one place. He didn't have to prove himself. No grades, no rules, no speeches, just being. Strange, isn't it? A panther in a garden? A wild creature, usually dangerous. But not here. Here it was soft, safe. It played with him. What does it mean? Maybe it was fear made gentle. Maybe it was power made peace. Or maybe it was part of himself, the wild part that could only live in the garden. The door never stayed. It came and went, always at strange times. Why? Because wonder doesn't wait forever. The moments we could choose magic, they come quietly, then they vanish. Wallace saw the door many times, but life was always in the way. Each time he chose a world, the door faded. Maybe that's a lesson. If you want the door, we must walk through before it disappears. Was the door real? Some say no. They say it was fantasy, escapism, a child's dream. He never let go. But others believe it was real. a true hidden place, a place meant only for him. And maybe that's the point. What matters more, if it was real or if he believed it was. We all have doors, not in walls, but in moments. A chance to follow a dream, a chance to leave a toxic job, a chance to say I love you, a chance to be free. These are our doors. And like Wallace, we often walk past them because we're busy or afraid or doing the right thing. But what if we stopped? What if we listened? What if we turned the knob? Wallace's door is not just his. It's yours. It's mine. It's the part of us that remembers wonder, that longs for something more. The question is, when your door appears, will you enter? Wallace's story is not just a story. It's a mirror. It reflects something many of us feel, a quiet struggle between two lives, the life the world expects and the life our heart wants. From a young age, we are told what to do: study, work hard, succeed, climb the ladder, earn the title, make the money, be useful, be busy, be respected. And Wallace did all of that. He became someone, a leader, a voice, a symbol. But was he happy? There's another life inside us. It's quieter, softer, but it's always there. It remembers what joy feels like, what play feels like, what wonder felt like. When we were children, Wallace never forgot that life. It lived in his dreams. It whispered in the silence. He wanted to go back, not back in time, but back to truth, back to who he was, before the world told him who to be. The garden wasn't just a place. It was a time. It was childhood itself. No clocks, no deadlines, no expectations, just curiosity, laughter, safety. Adulthood? Adulthood is fast, loud, demanding. It tells us to grow up, to move on, to forget. But Wallace couldn't forget. And maybe we shouldn't either. Here's the truth. You can be successful and still feel lost. Wallace had everything: power, respect, purpose. But deep down, he felt hollow. He had traded the garden for parliament. He had gained the world and lost his soul. We face these choices too. Maybe not as dramatic, but just as real. A high-paying job, or work that makes you feel alive. A house full of things, or a life full of meaning. A packed schedule, or a quiet moment. Watching the rain, Wallace kept choosing the world, until the world had nothing left to give him. Why don't we chase wonder? Because we're afraid. Afraid of being judged. Afraid of being different. Afraid of wasting time. But wonder isn't waste. It's life. Wallace's mistake wasn't that he dreamed. It's that he didn't follow the dream when he had the chance. He kept putting it off. Later. Tomorrow. Next time. But doors don't wait forever. So what about you? What garden are you missing? What dream have you walked past? It's not too late. Not yet. The door may return. And next time, you can choose. We followed Wallace's story. From the first moment he saw the door, to the day he stepped through it for the last time. But this story wasn't just about him. It was also about us. The door in the wall was written more than 100 years ago, but it still feels true, still feels real, because every person in every generation feels what Wallace felt. That quiet ache, that whisper from another life, that longing for something more. When we were kids, everything felt magical. Rain puddles were oceans, trees were castles, books were doors to other worlds. But then we grew up. We traded dreams for calendars. We gave up wonder for responsibility. And slowly, the garden faded. But here's the secret. It's not gone. It's just waiting. Quietly, patiently. It's still inside you. That door, that world. It might come through a song, or a smell, or a memory. It might come on a walk, in a dream, or in a story like this one. You might glimpse it when the world is quiet, when your mind stops racing. In a moment of stillness, you'll feel it, a familiar pull, a quiet warmth. The garden calling you home. You don't need to give up your life. You don't need to run away. You just need to listen, to say yes to the small, quiet door that appears when you're ready. Say yes to joy, to wonder, to peace. Say yes to who you really are, not who the world says you must be. Say yes before the door disappears. Wallace waited too long. He kept saying, "Not yet. I'm too busy. Another day." But time is a thief, and wonder doesn't wait. In the end, he found the door, but he lost so many chances. Don't make the same mistake. The door in the wall is not fantasy. It's possibility. It's freedom. It's you. So next time you feel it, don't walk past. Don't explain it away. Don't be afraid. Turn the handle. Step through. The garden is still there. It always has been. Thank you for listening. If this story touched you, share it with someone who might need to remember what the garden feels like. And if you ever find your own door, may you be brave enough to walk through it. And that was The Door in the Wall by H.G. Wells, a story of dreams, regrets, and the quiet door we all long to open. If this story spoke to you, if you saw a little of yourself in Lionel Wallace, you're not alone. We all have that hidden door. And sometimes just hearing someone else's story helps us find our own. If you felt something today, leave a comment, share your thoughts, or tell us about your own green door. And if you want more stories like this, real stories, deep stories, stories that mean something, subscribe, like the video, share it with someone who needs it.